This movie is like the perfect homage to anyone who was about 10 or 12 years old back in 1977 when, on the rare occasion, you got the nod from your mother to stay up late and watch TV. Normally it was a in bed by 9 kind of thing in those days, so when I sat myself down in the front row of that theater, close enough to the screen by the way to stick my head into the mouths of any of the characters, I was instantly transported back to those late nights where I'd be camped out in front of the old RCA floor cabinet TV, case of root beer on one side, and a bag of barbecue chips on the other, and brace for anything that came out of the all but 2 channels that we used to get. So let's get down to it. Jack Delroy is the host of a late-night talk show where, after challenging Carson for late-night supremacy for many years, it started to slip in the ratings. So during Sweeps Week, he decides to have a Halloween special. He invites a psychic on to dazzle the audience, a skeptic to kind of shit all over everyone, and as the headlining guests, a parapsychologist and a 13-year-old girl that she's been the legal guardian of, and studies her as she seems to be able to summon the devil, or a demon, to speak through her. Jack convinces her to give a demonstration to the audience that she does reluctantly, and that's where the shit starts to go sideways. The movie does a great job at holding your attention, but at this point, you can't take your eyes off of it. The movie is set up like an actual show with the matching aspect ratios of the time, and the filters they use to make it look like it really came out of the 70s is absolutely bang on. They even have slots for the commercial breaks with the "We'll be right back" and "Welcome back" title cards. In place of commercials, which would have been pretty cool if they'd shown a few, they switched to the studio video cameras with the wider aspect ratios, showing the behind-the-scenes activities as the host, the producer, the guests, and the poor bastard sidekick, all with varying levels of panic and ratings anticipation, try to rationalize what is happening before their very eyes. It gets crazier and crazier. There is a very jarring and bizarre twist ending that you'll catch on to as long as you've been paying attention and staying off your phones. All in all, this movie has all the great elements that you'd want. The pacing is good, the scares and suspense seem to be evenly woven throughout, and there's even some fun and humor. Jack's short opening monologue sounds like it was lifted straight out of an old Mike Douglas show. I might be a little biased because I love the 70s, but had this movie legit blue ass, I'd be writing a review for an old Tums commercial instead of wasting my time with it. But it was actually really good, and it's definitely rewatchable. It has its release on Shudder later this month if you didn't get a chance to see it on its limited release in theaters, so check it out, you'll be glad you did. Thanks very much for watching. I appreciate all the support. Please hit that subscribe button if you feel so inclined, and I will see you at the next slaughtering.